Hello everyone. Hi and happy fountain pen day. So I'm Zuli, or Nancy depending on how you know me, and this is Arts at the Castle House. So if you enjoy, journaling and fountain pens, inks, stationery, crafty things, then you've come to the right place. I love talking about anything related to paper, anything colorful, from anywhere from ephemera, ink swatches, washi tapes, and of course pens. I do tend to chat quite a bit, so grab your favorite drink, settle in, and if you haven't already, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps my channel grow, so let's dive in. So today, obviously, is Fountain Pen Day, and I am going to be doing an unboxing from Atlas Stationers Incorporated. They are based in Chicago, and I placed an order with them on this really cool special edition Esterbrook Peanuts for their 75th anniversary, and I wanted to do this unboxing with you guys. So I did buy more than just a fountain pen. I bought 3 items in the collection, and I'm gonna go ahead and share these with you. In addition to the fountain pen, I might go over a journal that I recently made out of leather that I made for my Hobonichi Cousin and a couple of other notebooks. I have shown it before, but I finally finished it, so it's finally, well, to my liking, at least for now. Like I said, I tend to change things quite often, so some of the things might not stay consistent, but I might show that after I do this fountain pen unboxing. So first off, I wanted to start with this clip. So I was really excited about this. More so excited when I felt how heavy this is. I mean, this thing is weighty. And so if you see here, it has Snoopy. And I did go with the Snoopy edition. There were 4. You could get Snoopy, Charlie Brown, Lucy, or Sally. I think the most popular ones, I believe, is probably Sally because of the colorway. My best friend got the Sally pen, and I was looking at it when she was opening hers, and I was like, I want that one too. But I had opted for the Snoopy pen. So she has the Sally, I have the Snoopy, and let's go ahead and open it. So this is kind of cool. It has cute little Snoopy here, Snoopy there, and it says Esterbrook, and it says all you need is love, a dog, and a clip. How cute is that? And it does say Peanuts clip on the sides. And it says here, your favorite characters, Snoopy, Charlie Brown, Lucy, and Sally, are here for you. Our clip is perfect for journaling, marking pages, and holding onto photos and special memories. Hold on tight, Esterbrook. So let me just open this. Hold tight. Yeah, if you don't hold this tight, it's gonna fall. But oh my goodness. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Look at Snoopy. I absolutely adore this. Oh, wow. And it even has like these pads here so that it doesn't mess up your paper. I love that. And it is quite weighty. Okay, I thought it was going to be silver at first, just because the box kind of looks a little grayish silver, but this is gold toned, and it is just so pretty and shiny. I absolutely love this. Okay, so that was my clip. Next I am going to I believe this one is the Snoopy edition Peanuts pen case. So I got the pen case for it. And I really like this box. It says, becoming part of the Peanuts world has never sounded so fun. Esterbrook tools, perfect for any occasion, a pen for moments of glory. And for when everything goes wrong, choose from our awesome selections of rollerballs and fountains. Oh gosh, look, and it has Charlie Brown, a little comic here. Dear pen pal, rats. Dear pen, rats. Dear rats. Dear pencil pal. That's so cute. I love that. Okay, so let me just go ahead and open this. All right. Look. Aw. It's Snoopy. Oh, that is so cute. It's like an embroidery. Okay, so oh, wow. Okay. All right. Oh, look. And so here it has the whole Peanuts gang right there. Oh, this is so cute. The boxing is so cute. But look at this. The black with Snoopy. This is embroidered. This is so pretty. I love it. Oh my goodness. So the inside feels, I don't know, it feels kind of like maybe like an astronaut jacket or something. The way it feels, but it's so crinkly. I love it. And it has this close pin here, so you can close it up. And then it has the keychain. It says right here, it says write as a pro. And then here on the actual lobster chain, it says Esterbrook, and it's a swivel. So that's pretty neat. Very nice attention to detail. I absolutely love this. No regrets. Wow, I really like this. Okay, and so now the part I've been waiting for, my pen. So it pretty much has the same thing on the outside. And this one is the SD. It says the Snoopy 75th edition fountain pen. And I got this in a medium nib. And I am not a huge fan of medium nibs, but I got a medium nib because Kirk Spear's coming into town in the next 2 weeks. And I'm going to take it to get a grind. And so I'm excited about doing that. Wow, look at this. Okay. Oh, look. Okay. Let me first open this. So it comes in this little case here. Oh, wow. Look. Oh, I love the black and white. I love it. I don't think I own any pens that are just black and white. This is so cute. I love the Snoopy, the way it has it here, and how it says Snoopy right here. The finial right here says Peanuts 75 pen pal. All right, let me open this up. Look at that pop of red. Oh, gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And one of the special things about this one is that it says good grief, just like Charlie Brown always says in the movies and the comics. So so yeah, I love that detail on it. One thing I can say about Esterbrook is Esterbrook always just does these limited editions the right way. This says Esterbrook on it, and then the bottom part, this bottom finial is gold. And so this is the pen. I love the details on it. It's just so pretty. And that pop of red. And it does post. So you can post it and then write with it. It's not too bad. Usually I worry about that because I do like to post my pens, and not all the pens I own are comfortable when I post them. But this one seems like it might be okay. But this is the pen. I love that it comes with. This is supposed to be to clean it with, but there's no way I'm using this to clean with ink. Oh, heck no. There's no way I'm doing that. So it's like a little t-shirt with Snoopy on it. That is so cute. I love it. And then you, of course, have a cartridge, which, you know what? I didn't even check. Does this come with a converter already? It does. Okay, so we already have a converter, which, you know, they usually do include a converter with Esterbrook. And that's great. But that's awfully nice that they also included a cartridge in case you don't have any ink. And then they have their classic Esterbrook envelope that just has the Esterbrook logo on it. And of course it just says here, scan to activate your pen. So, wow, okay. And then the final detail here is Snoopy right there, where it says, all you need is love, a dog, and a pen. So yeah, this is my new pen for Fountain Pen Day. So I will tell you, I'm kind of on a low buy right now to the end of the year. I felt like, you know, this year I've been a little bit crazy on pens, but Fountain Pen Day was going to be one of my exclusions. So I was going to allow myself to get a pen for Fountain Pen Day, and this was my pen of choice. So hope you guys enjoyed this part of the video. And let me go ahead and just put this back in, because I think I'm going to just hold on to this like the way it is until I get it ground by Kirk, who is coming into town, and I already have my appointment set up with him. Oh, actually, first off, let me do this. Oh yeah, I love that. Okay. And then you can just clip this. Oh, I can clip this onto the side of my backpack. And then I always have my pen like right there. I love that. Gosh, I love everything about this. I'm so happy I got these accessories with it. I am very, very happy about that. So, yeah. So anyways, this was my unboxing. I might actually just go ahead and clip this to my backpack that I carry around with me. Just because it is just too cute not to have it on there. So I'm just gonna close this up, and we're done with this part of my video. So I'm just gonna leave him right there. And so now I wanted to talk about my journal. So this journal got a lot of upvotes on Reddit, and so I wanted to share it with you guys. Many of you may have already seen this in my previous video where I had an agate on it. Well, I wasn't exactly thrilled with how heavy it was, and so I went back to the drawing board and I decided to get some different charms. Well, lo and behold, of course, all the charms that I was out there looking at, I didn't really like anything that I saw out there. And I am a bit of a hoarder, and I have so much like costume jewelry that I either bought for different items like Halloween or just a certain event that maybe under normal circumstances I wouldn't wear because it's maybe too gaudy or, you know, it's just too much, too ornate. And so I found an old necklace that I had purchased when it was for a Halloween costume, and it was, I think I was a vampiress. So it was very like gothic vibes going there. I always loved doing Halloween with like a gothic theme. Um, if if you follow me personally, you'll see kind of like how I did my makeup for the Halloween this year. I was a dark angel. But this one I probably did maybe some, I don't know, 7 years ago. Well, I took that necklace apart, and when I took that necklace apart, I looked at the pieces on the necklace and I just saw this one piece right here, and I fell in love. And it is this beautiful dark burgundy color, almost black, but not black. Actually, it kind of matches my nails a little bit. And then, I don't know, this one kind of reminded me of a firefly. The shape is kind of like a firefly. I love fireflies. And the rose on this is just so pretty, and the gem is just the gems on it. I just fell in love with it, and I was like, I have to use this. And then, of course, I did the sides. Now, this is from like 4 different pieces of jewelry. This is not from just the necklace that I had. Of course, I got this from the necklace. This was from an old earring that I had that kind of dangled. And I lost one of the earrings, and so I used that top part, and then I hooked this onto it. And this was from a necklace, a long necklace that I had. And so I attached this cluster up here, and then I attached the piece of the long necklace down here. And then to this rose from this same necklace here, I grabbed the little, these little accessories right here, and this one down here, to kind of give it a finished look, and so that it dangled a little bit more. I wanted it to dangle. And then this one is a heart, and it was from this really gorgeous necklace that I had, and that necklace broke. And I just couldn't throw it away. I don't, like I said, I'm a hoarder. I couldn't throw it away. And so I kept it. Well, when I was looking for charms, I was like, you know what? Let me go through some of my old stuff. I might be able to find something in there. And sure enough, I played with a lot of different formats of this with different pieces of jewelry. I think at first I had this heart on this side, I had this rose in the middle, and I didn't like that, and so then I kept switching it around until finally I came up with this design. So this one has the rose on, right in the front, with the long dangly one in the middle, and the small little heart one on the side. And so yeah, so this is my like Louise Carmen dupe. And so with this one, it's like kind of like the honorary, but I made this bigger because I needed it to fit these journals that I have in here. I have 3 in here. And when I made this, so I guess it's kind of like a traveler's notebook. I bought the leather on Amazon. I put in the grommets on here, and I wanted to go ahead and just show you guys like exactly what did I use to make this. So of course I had a 12 by 24 piece of cowhide leather that I got off of Amazon. I think it was by Ring Sun. And so I used that leather piece to make my cut. And then let me show you what I used to make it. So, let's see. All right, this is everything I used to make this beautiful leather journal. This was a template. This is basically 2 pieces of paper taped together with holes for where the grommets will be, and then cut off on the sides like that. That's all it is. If you're gonna do a project like this, you're gonna need this, because this will stop you from making a million mistakes, because I would have made a million mistakes had it not been for this and a friend of mine who was with me while I did this. She was a real cheerleader for me, so thank you for that. And then, so if you're watching, thank you so much. Now, a couple of things that you need here is, you just need like a hammer. This is like a rubber hammer, and that's for when you're gonna do the grommet piece of it, the holes on the side. This is one of the pieces to make the holes in the leather. This is a piece to put the grommet in, to secure the grommet in. These are the grommets, and I have all 4 colors. So I've got bronze, silver, gold, and a black tone. I, of course, originally for this journal, I was thinking of a black on black, but man, that rose that I have in there gave it that pop of color that I just was like, okay, black on black is out of the window. I'm doing this. So that's what I did. In addition, you need an elastic that you would like to use in your color of choice. For this one, I used black again because I was going, you know, black on black. I just think it's perfect. I had originally thought, I was like, well, maybe I'll put, you know, a burgundy elastic on here, but no, I like the way it looks right now, so I'm gonna stick with that. This piece here also, it goes with this, so it's to secure the grommet. In addition to this, you need a really good pair of scissors, like a really sharp pair. So I had this pair of scissors already, so I just reused this. Sorry. This aluminum ruler is very helpful. You can put it down when you're like ready to cut, and this will keep it so that you can hold on to it, and you don't have to worry about you know, how you're gonna, if you're gonna cut anything else. Another important thing is a mat. So I have this A4 mat. It's a cutting mat, and this just helps for when you know, if you're using like an X-Acto knife or something of the sort, you know, and you're pushing down on it, then this, you know, you can cut right down into it and it won't matter because you have this. You don't have to worry about your actual surface. And then, of course, this block. This block right here is just an acrylic block that you would use to put your leather on. And then when you're putting in the grommets and you're doing this piece here and you're about to hammer it in, that's what this is for. It's to protect anything under it. So that's pretty much what I used to make this. And then it was all about, you know, trial and error, really. It was a lot of, again, using this template. It was grabbing 2 pieces of paper, putting it together, and then leaving the paper as is. You have to have the notebooks that you are already planning on putting in here if you're wanting to do it so that it accommodates a certain size. There are templates out there you know, there are templates out there that give you like dupes on the Louise Carmen Honorary, the Republic, the Traveler's Notebook, the by Midori. And so there are options for sure. And so here you can see I, you know, put in these elastics into these grommets. The grommets I have, for every insert, I have 4 grommets and 1 elastic. So I knew I was going to do 3 inserts. And so I have 9, no, I'm sorry, can't count. So 2, 4, 6, 12 grommets here with 3 long pieces of elastic. Also my color of choice, I chose black. You can choose whatever color you want. Whatever color you get, that's the color that's going to come out right here. So if you want a pop of color, like some people really like that pop of color right there, you know, go with a different color, and that way you'll kind of see a little sneak peek right there when you're doing it. And then of course I have 2 grommets right here for the middle, and that's for my elastic that I use to cover it. Now there are some people that do these and they put the elastic, instead of putting it on the back like I did, they'll put it on the side, which is really smart, because if you do it on the side, then when you're opening up your journal, you're not gonna feel, you know, this piece like when you're writing. So, you know, if you want to do that, you can do it right here. I did it here because my plan, I know I said I was finished, but I'm not finished. My plan is to kind of really do it like the honorary. And the honorary has a pocket right here. And so I want to put a leather pocket here where I can hopefully stick my Kindle in there. And so that's my plan, at least. And so if I do that, then having this won't matter, because I won't be able to feel it because it'll be right on top of leather. But yeah, so just to kind of show you, I'm going to put this away and show you kind of what I did. And let me put this. And before I do the grommets, if you're interested in sizing. So the elastic that I have is 2 millimeters. And so that everything goes in easier, I did not get a 2 millimeter grommet. I got a 3 millimeter grommet. So this is 3 millimeter grommet with 2 millimeter elastic. So if you're looking for it to be like exactly like mine, then that's what you're going to want to do. You're going to want to do the 2 millimeter elastic with a 3 millimeter grommet to get that exact look and the thickness of it. Of course, a lot of people do it, you know, thicker or skinnier, thinner, and that's okay. So like I said, it's the fun thing about making your own journal is that you're making it to your own liking. So just to kind of show you here, so I had my notebooks, right? And this was, imagine just 2 pieces of regular copy paper together, taped together. And then as you're doing this, you know, you're getting your 3 or 4, whatever, 2 notebooks that you want, and you're putting it down, right? And so you're kind of putting it down in the middle. And so when you're putting it down in the middle, you're gonna, I like to, I started with where one side did not have to be cut, because that's always easier, because this is a straight line already. So you just kind of fold it in to kind of where you think you would like it. And then you fold the other side over. And so let's pretend that there's like this much left, because normally there would be that much left if you have 2 pieces of paper, you know, taped together. And so you kind of figure out, okay, like where do you want it? And then, of course, many of us in the journaling community, as we go throughout the year, our journals start to get pretty chunky. So I would recommend, don't do it to where it barely, sorry. Don't do it to where it barely closes. You know, you want to give your notebook some room to fatten up as you start, you know, journaling and putting stuff in it, especially if you like putting photographs, if you like doing Jenny junk journaling kind of thing. So you want to leave some space. So that's kind of what I did. So I ended up cutting it to where, you know, it came kind of flush right here on this side, and then maybe leaving, you know, what 4 of my fingers width would take. And I figured originally if it was a bigger charm, I probably would have done it like this to where this flap is on this side. But with the charm that I have, I kind of like the way it looks like this. And so it was cut to a point where it was perfect, where I could do it like that or I could do it like that. So you just cut it down to size. And so once you cut it down to size, you've got your rectangle, right? And then once you have that, you know, you want to center it. You want to center it exactly where you want it. You want to really pretend like this is your journal. And so then once you have that set up, you know, turn it over, and right in the middle, you kind of like do it in the middle. You can just do like your little circles like right in the middle. If you want to do it, you can measure here and then just do like right in the middle, like where 2 are. And then once you do cut this in, I would highly recommend that you do this all over again. You know, you do this you're going to do this so many times, so where you're going to double check, triple check. And then like on the sides, you want to make sure that your elastics are going to go nicely. So you're going to also do your holes here. You're going to just do circles with a pencil here, exactly where you want it. And so you're kind of going to align them to this so that it comes out exactly the way you want it. And that way you now have your template all ready and completely customized to your journal. And so and then you can decide whether you want squared or whether you want it rounded, how you want it rounded. I wanted mine rounded off at the edges just because I like that aesthetic. And my friend taught me a cool trick on that one. So basically, you know, you could use a quarter or something like this and just put it here on the side. And then when you're doing when you have your actual leather, you can just, you know, cut it like that with an X-Acto knife, or you can just cut this the way you want it. And then when you're doing your cut, you can just really, you know, cut it down there. Or you can grab a piece of like white chalk, you know, put that in there, and then like just score with the white chalk here so that you know exactly where to cut it at the edges. So this is a neat trick, you know, to have something circular. If you want something, you know, more round, then, you know, find something larger that is a perfect circle and use that as your template for rounding off the edges. Mine isn't perfect, but, you know, I like it the way it is. I'm very happy with it. But I did, you know, kind of want to show you guys. There are a million videos out there of people who are actually making their entire, you know, journal on video. I think I'm too indecisive to do something like that, but since I've already done it this first time, I might take a stab at doing one for you guys, but probably a smaller one, so that you can see, you know, how it really works like that. Again, I'm not sure. We'll see. And then of course, when you are putting your elastic in, you know, you want to cut off more than you need. And that way, when you're putting this in, you, before you're tying it off, you know, you're kind of making sure that the give that you have is just the right give that you want for it. And so that's just my best advice to you, if you're planning on making your own. And so, of course, the part with the little tie-in goes on the inside, just like a traveler's notebook does. And then, of course, I am putting in my Hobonichi, which I've already shown you guys. And I'm going to put that in here. And voila. And so, yeah, this aligned perfectly to how I wanted it. And so I'm just curious to see how this is going to patina over time, the scratches that it's going to come out with. You know, that's going to be interesting because I know these charms are going to scratch it up. You know, I'm going to scratch it up, especially as I stick them in my bag. But, you know, I think that just adds to the charm of it. And so, yeah, I wanted to just give you guys a small little overview of how that process went. So I know this has already been kind of long. Like I said, I do a lot of chatty videos, but thank you so much for joining again. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're still with me, thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And, you know, drop some comments in there. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've tried your own, you know, DIY journal. Or, you know, hey, show me what your Fountain Day pen is. Or just, you know, drop in the comments, what did you get for Fountain Pen Day, if you did anything at all. And if you didn't, that's fine too. No worries. But, you know, drop in a comment. I would love to hear from you guys. I love it whenever I get comments, and you know, my channel's pretty small, so I respond to all of the comments that you guys give me. But, again, thank you. If you're subscribed, thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it because I love sharing this stuff. I love talking about this stuff, and so sharing it with this community just brings me happiness. And so again, thank you again, and you guys have a great Friday, November 7th, Fountain Pen Day 2025. Bye.